We have Coach Mat Mundell here today with us. He's the head coach at the Evansville Purple Aces. Coach, just looking through some of the notes in the preseason, you were picked 8th in the conference standings preseason, and you have accumulated the most wins overall of any Valley team. So what is it about your team that others didn't realize or didn't know when they were making their preseason picks?
Yeah, we lost some great players, from last year. Our Aaron Gould, who was a 3-time, first team all conference player, Lindsay Reneisen, who started shortstop for 4 years. So we lost some key players, but we knew we had some girls who were ready to step up and fill those shoes, right? And I think that's kind of some of the things that the other coaches in the Valley may not have realized. And our pitching staff has been really strong. We brought in two freshman arms, and then obviously Izzy Vetter's done a great job. So we felt like we would be higher than the 8th, but I definitely can see why they thought that, with what we lost from last year's team.
Yeah, pitching has been very impressive for you guys so far this season. So let's start with Izzy Vetter. Couple of no-hitters already this season, and I think the ERA has come down almost over a point from a year ago. So what's the difference from last year to this year with Izzy?
With her, it's just, she's matured, and, her emotions in the circle. She's a, fiery competitor. You'll see that when she's out there, and she's just really worked hard on being able to control those emotions. And, when she's on, she's really, really tough to hit. She's a strikeout pitcher. I think she still leads the Valley, in strikeouts. So just her confidence, her presence, being a senior, she's a captain for us. And she's really taken on that leadership role. And I think that's kind of helped her, in the circle. And then she's got a really good defense behind her this year, I think, which has really made a big difference as well. But she's been really locked in so far, and hopefully she'll be able to continue that through the Valley season.
Well, one of your other freshman pitchers is kind of following right in step with Izzy, and Sydney Weatherford, great ERA. Talk a little bit about her. She's new to the scene, freshman. So what are we going to see from her throughout this season?
Yeah, Sydney Weatherford, freshman. She's left-handed, so that's a little bit of the difference there with Izzy. She works mostly down in the zone. Has got a good drop ball, works fastball, changeup, things like that down. Where Izzy's, primarily up, as a rise ball pitcher, screwball pitcher. So I think they work good in combination with each other. Giving those teams that different looks. And so and Sydney is just cool and calm in the circle, right? She's pretty stoic and really lets her defense work. When she's on, she's going to get a lot of ground balls that infield's going to get. Have to be ready, and that's what she saw last weekend with Drake. She was able to get a lot of ground balls from them and let the defense work. And but she's another one who's going to be a really good pitcher, for her 4 years here with us.
As a hitter, how difficult is it seeing, because there's not a lot of left-handed pitchers? I mean, there is usually the right side, and so how difficult is it as a hitter to adjust to that left-hander?
I think that's what makes her successful, because it throws off their timing. How the ball spins, moves, comes at you. So, if you don't have one on your team to practice with, or you only see one every so often, I think that is a big advantage, and so we're happy to have a few lefties on staff this season for us.
Yeah, that only helps you guys down the road. One game I want to talk about in the non-conference is your Creighton game. So Izzy Vetter throws a no-hitter in that game, but you really broke it open by having one of your freshmen steal home. So set the stage on that, and how that all happened.
Yeah, we had Dory Brown came in for us. She's been doing a great job as a pinch runner. She's really fast, has good instincts on the bases. We told her, hey, we're gonna try to squeeze here, and was talking to her, and we kind of missed it. And I just say, hey, go, just let her go. And she had a good read, and just kind of caught them off guard. I don't think they were kind of really looking for that. So just a great read, great jump by her, and just a good slide to get in there. But a huge momentum, yeah, you're right, in that game, and really helped us, secure that victory.
Yeah, it had to be a lot of fun, because that doesn't happen very often, a steal of home plate, and that definitely probably had to give you momentum in that game. Let's talk about some of your hitters. Consistent at the plate, Jessica Fair. I mean, she's over 300 every year, and just what makes her so good and so consistent when she steps into the box.
Yeah, like you said, that consistency. She's someone who's going to get on base. A lot of singles. She's done a really good job for us, now this year in the leadoff spot, probably not your traditional leadoff hitter, right? Not going to get on and steal a lot of bases, but going to have that high on base percentage, and then that bottom of the order for us has been hitting. And when they do, then, now she's up and gets a chance to drive them in. She can hit for power, doubles, things like that. Great on base percentage with walks. I think she probably leads the Valley, I think, in walks. So she's got a really good eye, patience. But yeah, it's great to have her at the top, just being able to get on base, set the tone for the team. And I think if she starts the game with a hit or a walk, I think that's usually a good sign for the rest of the offense, right? Then they feel kind of good, seeing Jess do it. So yeah, she's been a big key for us offensively this season.
And Hannah Hood, defensive specialist, always very good on the all defensive team a year ago, but she's upped her average this year. What's the difference with her at the plate?
Yeah, Hannah's a tremendous athlete. Yeah, like you said, defensively last year. Last year she struggled a little bit offensively, and I think that was the anomaly. I think now you're getting back to seeing, what we thought we'd see from her. Her freshman year was a COVID year, right? They got cut short. So she's really, coming into her own. And last year, I think those struggles were not something that's typical or normal of her, right? And I think she's putting it together this year. I'm really proud of the work she put in this summer, and then all this fall. To really, be able to have the numbers that she's having. So this is typically, I think her style, what we thought we would see from her. So, really happy for her, the success that she's having.
So a few Valley games under your belt, heading into the beginning of it and then the grind of it, actually, as the season wears on. Just talk a little bit about how you see the Valley season playing out and see if who's going to bubble to the top or if we're going to have that parity.
Yeah, I mean, I think this season, I think 1 through 10 is tough, right? I think everyone's going to be in every ball game. I think if you just look through the non-conference scores throughout the year, it seems like teams do really good one game, and then they'll kind of fall back when if they're playing the same opponents. Been a lot of splits, so I think you're going to see pretty close. I don't think there's going to be a ton of sweeps throughout the season in the Valley, with anybody. For us, we start off with, Drake last weekend, and we get UNI, this weekend. So two tough opponents to start Valley play. We're thankful we don't have to go to Iowa, so get them both at home this year. But yeah, I think throughout, top to bottom, I think it's going to be really, really strong competition. I think that's what the Valley always brings, right? And I think we're excited and ready for that. And, hopefully we can get off to a good start this weekend again too with UNI, and then carry it. Then we go on the road for a few weeks and we get that Southern start. So we're at home for 2 and then on the road for a while. So I think the fans are going to see a really, really strong season from the Missouri Valley top to bottom this year.
Well, Coach, looking forward to the Purple Aces hitting the field. Looking forward to seeing your pitching staff because they're throwing the ball very well right now. So good luck the rest of the season, and thanks for joining us today to talk a little Purple Aces softball.
Well, you're welcome. We appreciate you having us on. Thank you very much.